Entering a room full of strangers often feels like hitting an invisible barrier. You see people moving in and out of conversations, yet turning a brief greeting into a real connection remains a difficult gap to bridge. To close that gap, we are going to walk through a sequence of 5 psychological steps. This process is designed to move an interaction from a cold start to a high-probability follow-up. Before you start the first step, ensure you have 3 things ready: a specific person you want to talk to, their name, and a clear, low-stakes goal, such as exchanging contact information. Success in these environments relies on executable behaviors. By following a specific order of operations, you can navigate social settings with much higher efficiency. Step 1 begins the moment you enter the room. Lower your internal tension by acknowledging a psychological illusion known as the spotlight effect. We often feel like every person in the room is scrutinizing our appearance or our words. In reality, most people are entirely preoccupied with their own lives and their own social anxieties. Internalizing the fact that you aren't being watched as closely as you think allows you to adopt more relaxed, open body language. Now that you've managed your own entry, move to step 2, the approach. You will establish rapport immediately by using the target's name. This diagram shows the medial prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain associated with self-identity. Hearing our own name triggers activity here, commanding our attention and building resonance. Use a 3-part formula to keep the name use natural. State their name during the initial greeting. Use it once more to validate a point they make during the conversation, and use it a final time as you close the interaction. Be careful not to overuse the name. Repeating it too frequently creates a forced, transactional feeling that can make the other person uncomfortable. By neutralizing your own self-consciousness and then validating the other person's identity, you create a point of entry for a conversation that feels unforced. Once the conversation has started, step 3 is to deepen that trust. This involves a concept called the chameleon effect. Mirroring is the process of subtly syncing your body language, tone, and energy level to match the person you are interacting with. Match their level of openness. If they lean back, you lean back slightly. If they speak with high energy, try to match that rhythm. Avoid exact copying. You are looking to match their general posture and vibe, rather than mimicking every individual hand movement, which appears robotic or suspicious. When this synchronization is done correctly, the other person's brain interprets the physical alignment as a signal of safety, which helps them relax. This silent physical rhythm creates an underlying sense of harmony that strengthens the connection. With rapport established, you move to step 4, the Ben Franklin effect. Benjamin Franklin himself famously used this to win over a political rival. Instead of offering a gift, he asked to borrow a rare book. After the rival helped him, their relationship shifted from hostility to friendship. This works because of cognitive dissonance. If someone helps you, their brain has to resolve the contradiction of doing a favor for someone they don't know well. To fix that discomfort, the mind concludes that they must actually like you. Ask for a small, low-effort favor. You might ask for their opinion on a choice, or a simple recommendation, like, which of these do you think works better? Once they have made that small investment, you move to the final step, the foot-in-the-door technique. Humans have a psychological drive for consistency. A person who has already agreed to a tiny favor is statistically more likely to agree to a larger request immediately following it. This is when you propose your actual goal, like a 10-minute meeting or a follow-up call. Because the momentum is already there, a positive response is much more likely. Combining a personal investment with the brain's need for consistency helps turn a cold introduction into a confirmed next step. You've now moved past the initial barriers, established a baseline of trust, and opened the door for future contact. You cleared the mental spotlight, used their name, mirrored their energy, asked for a small insight, and then made your final request. Practice this sequence in a low-pressure environment, like a coffee shop or a community event. Pick one person and work through the steps in order. Social connection is an understandable process. By using these principles, you can allow human psychology to build the bond for you.